And for the very latest on these temperatures and these frigid conditions, let's get to meteorologist Cedric Haynes. Cedric.
All right, let's talk about the cold weather that's out there across the area. As you can see, it was definitely quite cold with single digits this morning across parts of the region here. In fact, most of the areas dropped down into the single digits. These are some of the numbers that are coming in from the morning lows today from our sky watchers. And you can see Cindy in Riceville with 6 degrees. David in Rossville had 6 degrees as well. Billy up in Dunlap had 3 degrees this morning. Dan in Dayton had 8 degrees. Lois in Jasper dropped down to right around 10 degrees. And there you see 9 degrees in Turtletown. Doug in Delano had 7. Sandra in Athens had 9. Jean in 10 Mile had 6. Same number over towards Unaka there from John. And Mineral Bluff, Brandon had 6 degrees as well. But take a look at this. It got down to 3 below in Flat Top and 5 below in Mont Eagle. Yeah, that's below 0, believe it or not. Earlier this morning, 1 degrees this morning from Paul and Red Bank, and it dropped down to 1 degree from Gwen and Lookout Mountain as well. 7 this morning from Ronnie and East Brainerd, and Johnny and Ringgold had 7 degrees as well. Don and Trenton had 6 degrees, and then several folks had a dusting of snow out there, and also several folks reporting quite gusty winds. Now, right now, we're sitting at 12 degrees. So, hey, we warmed up from the single digits to the double digits here in many spots earlier today, but now we're starting to fall back. So we're back down into the single digits now from Dayton over towards Athens and down towards Cleveland, back down to 9 degrees. And notice we're at about 8, 9 degrees now from Blue Ridge over towards the Murphy area, and about 10 to 12 here in the valley areas. But hang on to that 10 to 12 because obviously it's going to get a little colder tonight. Now we got a couple of things working to help us out a little bit. First, the wind is still blowing pretty good out there, anywhere between 15 to 20 miles per hour sustained, and then we're seeing those gusts up to 25. It's not good in terms of if you're outside and you're not prepared or dressed for the wind, but if you are, this wind will actually help keep temperatures from just bottoming out tonight, along with some scattered clouds that'll move in. Otherwise, most of us would likely be below 0, if you could believe that. The wind chill is below 0 pretty much area-wide now, and it's going to stay below 0 from here on out through tonight and heading into tomorrow morning there, and we'll likely see those wind chills again falling back towards dangerous territory again. So a wind chill warning remains in effect for tonight heading into lunchtime tomorrow. So let's look at your hour-by-hour forecast. This is for Chattanooga, but again, of course, you can see temperatures right around the low teens now will start to slowly drift into the single digits, but I do think we all end up in the single digits again by tomorrow morning. Of course, it's not like we have far to go, right? So we'll go with about 7 again in Chattanooga, 5 in Cleveland, 6 in Dalton, about 4 degrees in Scottsboro, 5 in Fort Payne, about 1 degree in Dayton, and 2 in Athens. Now, you notice I have 0 put here on the map for Altamont, Murphy, and Blue Ridge. I just didn't want to go through putting the minus sign in front of all those numbers, but you get the idea. It could easily be 1 or 2 below 0. So it's going to be another very frigid night heading our way. And then as we go throughout tomorrow, a little warmer. Hey, look at this. We're adding about 10 degrees. So that's a significant warming trend, but we're still talking highs only into the low to mid 20s with all that sunshine. So definitely we'll take what we can get, I guess, in terms of the warm up, but it's still going to remain very cold. So dress appropriately if you're out and about on that last day before Christmas here. But let's look at futurecast. Very cold conditions. That's going to be the dominant feature here as we go throughout the rest of your holiday weekend. High pressure will try to build in from the west, but overall it's all about the cold conditions across the area. But we will start to watch to the north and west as we get towards the beginning of the week here. I'm watching a weak clipper system. These moves down from Canada. We call these Canadian clippers, and they come through fast, so they don't have a lot of time to put a lot of moisture down. But if this system moves by on Monday afternoon into the evening hours, could squeeze out a couple of flurries, maybe a snow shower or 2 in the higher elevations. Doesn't like a big deal, but again, don't be surprised if we have some flakes flying around again as we get towards your Monday afternoon and Monday evening. Typically, if you want accumulating snow with these clipper systems, you'd like to see the low pressure tracking basically right over you or just to the south. So that would have to move a little farther to the south for us to get any major accumulations from this, and I don't see that happening right now, but of course we'll keep a close eye on it either way. And then high pressure builds in behind this, but this high pressure will start to bring us a warming trend. So if you want some warmer weather, got that coming up as well. Here's your Storm Alert 7-day. Again, frigid for your Saturday, 7 in the morning, 25 in the afternoon, near freezing on Sunday, Christmas Day. But there you see it. We'll watch that weak system Monday. Then it's all about the warm up.